Hey friends, this is Moses Correa, your friendly neighborhood kettlebell guy, with a tutorial on the kettlebell press. This is a great move. It's a move for strength, and it's, to me, the only absolute strength move you can get in the kettlebell world, depending on your body weight, obviously, and in your strength experience. But for the general population, this could be a great absolute strength move and test. Alright, but before we get into all that, we need to make sure how to do it and do it well. First of all, you need good shoulder mobility, good shoulder stability, both reflexively and consciously, to be able to do this move safely. We're going to cover a little bit of the conscious stuff. The unconscious stuff, that should happen naturally, and if not, you need to get FMS screened and have an appropriate medical professional help you, or an FMS specialist. But onto the press. So you have those things, and you want to start getting started with this move. We have some basic things first. We want to learn how to do the groove or pattern it, right? And probably the best and safest way is to start with that is with body weight, with no load. Yeah. All right. You can play around and use a sneaker like we do with the get up after you first practice it. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of what it looks like. It's almost like a J, and we want to keep it nice and tight against our body. So let's say I'm setting up. We're going to go here. We got our wrap position. We're tight, and we're pushing away. So you start off with your rack, forearm vertical. We get it down and pressed against your side, elbow in tight, to securely hold the bell against you so that, as I say, the wind doesn't blow and pull it away from you, right? We got it nice and tight, the lat's loaded, it's locked down, the core's braced, as if you were going to get punched, and then we're ready to press. So from there, we just go into that position, a little bit of a J out, shoulder stays down, and then up to a locked elbow, and we want your bicep by your ear. Now, does it have to be exactly next to it? Well, no. It depends on your personal body type. I have wider shoulders personally, so I'm out here, and it's just the way it is. Okay? Alright, so now that you got that, let's say you have it, we have the active negative. So this is simply as if you were doing a pull-up. You're going to use your lat to pull the load or your elbow towards you. So I'm just going to step back and show you what that looks like real quick, and what it doesn't look like. Okay? And I'll explain to you what the difference is. So what it looks like is here, and we use the lat to pull the shoulder in and the elbow in towards the side for another rep. Now, your upward and downward part, your groove, and your active negative should look so much the same that I really can't tell if I'm taking a picture if you're going out or coming down. Alright? That's the importance of consistency of movement. It's very important. And we want to load the lat, and as if we want to pull the elbow in close to us and keep this nice and tight down the back. Okay? Now, what it doesn't look like is just kind of having your arm up and then just letting it drop. So you notice my shoulder just kind of comes up away from my ear, and we don't ever want to have this AC joint push forward like that with an external load on it. It's just really not a good idea. It'll cause you a world of pain. Just don't do it. Use the active negative. Alright, so from here, let's say you don't know how to do the clean. You want to pick the bell up. So we're going to start loading this. We're just going to grab the bell. We're going to pick it up with two hands. Put it into the rock with two hands. Okay? We're going to take a breath in without leaning back. Okay? Core and glutes tight. Legs locked. And you're going to push yourself away from the bell. Okay? So as you can see, my shoulder's locked and my abs are tight, so that this is really secure. Alright, and just a little quick rant. When you're sitting it down, be safe. Right? You notice I kept it close to me and I put it down behind me. You can either go back in like you're doing another clean and then set it down behind you like I did, or put it in front of you after that. But don't go straight down with the kettlebell. You'll regret that. That's just bad for your low back. Okay? So remember, It's the active. But we're going to start off with the rack. Here's Zoe. We're going to start off with the rack. We're going to find that position. We're going to work on the groove. Going to pattern the active negative, build that up, and then you're ready for your press. Now, things like bracing and tension are pretty simple. You're just going to squeeze your legs, press your feet in the floor like you do with a swing, tighten up your abs, squeeze your glutes, and make sure your shoulders packed, okay? And then breathing, we're in on the bottom into the belly, keeping tight, or breathing behind the shield, and then exhaling with the movement as we press. So, all right, well, enjoy, get to work, and develop a good press. And if you do all these things, you shouldn't end up with an injury if you're training smartly. You're not overdoing it. You're taking time off with the movement. You're doing the same with different principles. This could be a lifetime of advancement in strength. All right.